questions. Let us see in brief, when is Bebras India International Computational Thinking Challenge for 2024? Now, as I said that this is a boot camp on computational thinking. So Bebras India is one such challenge which the various students answer, okay, in order to test their computational thinking skill. So Bebras India Computational Thinking Challenge 2024 will be held from 13th of November to 30th of November 2024. And the mode for this particular challenge is online mode only. The registration dates are from 20th September and will continue during the duration of the challenge. And you can visit the link given below, which is bebras.cspathshala.org/admin, in order to get registered for the exam, the challenge. Now, for the Bebras, there are certain groups which are made, and you can see that 5 such groups are indicated here. The first group, which is group 1, is called as Aryabhatta, which is for the ages 8 to 10 years and for the standard 3rd to 4th, and the time limit is 15 minutes, right? Similarly, group 2, group 3, group 4 and group 5, so they are named as Brahmagupta, Bhaskara, Mahavira and Ramanujam. So you can see that the respective age groups followed by the standards and the task time limit has also been indicated in the table. Today, this particular session is going to be held for the Brahmagupta group. So this particular video is for those who fall into the category of Brahmagupta, that is 10 to 12 years, and for the standards 5th and 6th. Now you can see that a guideline to task category based on various difficulty levels is also indicated in this table. There are 3 categories, okay, category A, category B and category C. For every category A question you can get 6 points, and if you give an incorrect answer you get 0 points. That means there is no negative marking for category A questions. If you keep it unanswered also you get 0 points. Similarly, for category B questions you get 9 points. For an incorrect answer you get negative 2 points. So here comes the negative marking, followed by an unanswered question which also has 0 points. For category C question you will have 12 points. For incorrect answer you will get a negative 4 points, and for unanswered questions you will get again 0 points. There are various languages offered by Bebras. So you can see that for group 1 you have English, Hindi, Marathi, Gujarati. For group 2 you have almost all the languages as indicated over in the table, and for the other groups also you can check out. Whereas for, let us move on to the first question. The question is, Beaver Janvi is making burgers according to the rules below. Now, beaver is an animal, okay, quite popular in the American region. So Janvi is going to make, she's a beaver and she's going to make a burger, and the ingredients for the burgers, as you can see with their images, are given here: buns, patty, sauce, pickles, lettuce, onions and cheese. There are a few rules given here. The sauce should be right above the patty. So basically it's telling you how the hamburger should look like. So the sauce should be right above the patty. Patty and cheese should be below the pickles, lettuce and onions. Onions should not be in contact with the buns, and all the ingredients must be between the buns. Now all these 4 rules, okay, rule 1, 2, 3 and 4 have to be satisfied by the burger, right? Or you can call them as conditions. Now you can see the question is, which burger is correctly made according to these rules, right? So I will see A, option B, option C and option D. Just take a look at the rules. Try to guess or try to think which of these four options is the right answer. So you will have to check the burger. You will have to see the structure in which the ingredients are placed and see if it matches these rules. If it does, then that is the right answer. Please take some time, look at the images properly and try to figure out what can be the answer. Alright, so now I'll tell you that the right answer for this particular question is option D. So option D is the right answer. Now let us see why option D is the right answer. To know that, just look at how the option D appears and whether it follows all the rules. Look at the rules. The first rule says that the sauce should be right above the patty. So I will check, is the sauce right above the patty? Yes, this is the sauce and this is the patty, and the sauce is right above the patty, right? Rule number 2 is patty and cheese should be below the pickles, lettuce and onions. So is patty and cheese below the pickles, lettuce and onions? The answer is yes. You can see that these are the pickles, this is the onions and this is the lettuce. And below them there is patty and cheese here. So it is satisfying the second rule also. Look at the third rule. Onions should not be in contact with the buns. Are the onions in contact with the buns? No, they are not, right? Onions are somewhere here in the middle. So this rule also is satisfied. The fourth rule and the final rule is all the ingredients must be between the buns. Are all the ingredients between the buns? Yes, absolutely. In fact, if you check in all the four options, the rule number 4 is getting satisfied, right? In all cases, the buns, I mean the ingredients are between the buns. But only option D is one such option in which all the four conditions or all the four rules are getting satisfied. That's the reason why the right answer to this question is option D. Okay, so now let's move on to the next question, question number 2. As shown, a beaver is going to visit her grandma. There are several different trails to grandma's house. So you can see here that the beaver is here, the house is here, and there are different paths to reach the house. Okay. The question is, which one of the trails below can lead the beaver to grandma's house? Okay. So by using these paths, there are certain paths which you can use to reach grandma's house. So this is where you want to reach, this is where you are starting from. So which path, okay, from these options, that is A, B, C and D, which path from this option should the beaver take to reach the grandma's house? So now what you will have to do is actually you will have to go on checking whether that path which is given in that option takes that beaver to grandma's house. Okay, it is as simple as that. So you'll have to go option by option and check if it reaches there. So now you see here, let's take option A for this example. This is the beaver. The first thing that he encounters here is this tree with these red dots. Can you see here? Now let me see if in this particular drawing he encounters that tree first. So I can see that when he goes from here, he does encounter that tree. Correct? Now, going ahead, after that tree, this is the tree that he has to encounter. Let's see, from this tree, can I reach this tree? Yes, I'll have to go like this, right? Once I go like this, on this path, I get this tree which is shown here. Next, from this tree, I need to reach this tree. Let's see if I can find it here. Yes, definitely, I can see that the tree is here. So I have found that tree, and after this tree, I'll have to see if this type of tree I can find. So you can clearly see that from here, I can go here and I find that tree which is shown here. Now, can I reach the house after this tree? Then answer is yes. From here, I directly reach the house. Right? So you are lucky that in this case, the first option that you get is the right option directly. Okay. So you need not check for the other options. All right. So you are lucky that you get the answer at the first shot. Otherwise, let's say if this answer was option D, then you will have to do this for the first three, and then you will come to know that the actual answer is D, right? Now, for example, let us take option B. Okay, let us just consider option B. If you see, the viewer starts and he first sees this tree. Let me see if I get that tree. Okay, so now see that if I try to travel through any path, okay, no path leads me to this tree directly. Correct? I cannot reach this path directly. The viewer cannot reach that path directly. So this cannot be the option. If you see the third option, can beaver reach this tree? The answer is yes, it can reach that tree. But from this tree, can it reach this tree directly? This tree is here. So it is not possible for me to directly reach there without coming across other trees. So this is also wrong. And similarly, we will see that this option also is wrong if you check. So the right answer to this question is option A. Let's move on to the next question now. Question number 3. I will read the question first. In Beaverland, block houses are built out of different blocks. A crane takes blocks one by one in a given order. It puts each block anywhere on the base or on top of another block. The house shown below is built using this sequence of blocks. So basically, a block there are 1, 2, 3, and 4. There are 4 different blocks with different types of designs on them. You can see, and this is the crane which is basically lifting these particular blocks to create some kind of a house type of a design. Correct? So the question is, which house cannot be built out of this block sequence? So the emphasis is cannot be built. He is not asking you which house can be built. He is asking you out of these 4 options A, B, C, and D, which house cannot be built out of this block sequence. And which is the block sequence? This particular sequence is the block sequence. So the first block that should come out is triangle. So the first block that has to be placed actually should be this triangle. Then it should be this square inside a square. Then this particular design. Then this design of block again, and then the triangle. So now let's see how we can go about this. Before I discuss the solution to this particular question, I would like you to think about how you would go about solving this particular question. Take some time, and if you are not able to solve it, try to take a guess of which particular option may be the right answer. Take some time. Okay, so now you must have thought about what could be the possible answer. Let us just take option A. Okay, let us see one option by option if we get the answer. Let's see if this house is built, then how is it built? You see, what is the sequence? The sequence is first this particular design has to be removed and it has to be placed, correct? Is it placed at the bottom? Yes, I can see that this design is placed at the bottom. So this is checked. Next, this particular design has to be lifted and placed. Has this design been placed? Yes, definitely I can see that it has been placed right above the previous design. So till here also it is satisfied. Let's come to the third design. Is this placed above the previous design? Yes, the answer is it is placed above the previous design. Then come to this. This is the same design that we saw earlier, right? But now is it placed first? Yes, definitely it is placed below. So anything that is placed below is placed first, right? That is the logic. So this must have been placed first. And at the end, you can see that this triangular design is placed above that here. This is the right way of building the house with proper sequence. So this is how the house has been built with proper sequence. But the question is not whether it has been built properly. The question is which house cannot be built. So this is not the answer. I hope you are understanding this because this question can be a bit confusing. They are not asking you which house has been properly built. They are asking you which house cannot be built. So you should try to find a mistake now. You should try to find an option that has a mistake. So let's check B. If you check B, you will see that first this particular design is placed here. Right above that, this particular design is placed here. Then you see that two consecutive designs are placed on top of each other, no problem. And then finally the triangle. So this is also correct, but this is not the answer. Correct? Let's move to the next. If you see first, this design is placed. Yes, correct. Now the question is, where is this design placed? You see that this design is placed on top, right? If this design is placed on top, that means the one that is placed below it has to be placed before this design, correct? But this particular design has to be placed later according to this. Hence, this is wrong. And that's the reason why C is the right answer to this particular question. Because there is a mistake in the sequence. The sequence in which these particular designs are put is wrong in this case. That's the reason why this is the right answer. If you go to check this, this particular sequence will also be the right sequence. Let's check again. First, this is placed, then this is placed, no problem. You can place it down. Then these two are placed, and then finally the triangle is placed. So this is also right sequence, right? So all these three, that is A, B and C, are right sequences, but this sequence C is wrong. Hence the answer to question number 3 is C. Let's move on to the next question, that is question number 4. Let me read the question for you. Ajay, Divya, Ram and Sima collect stickers of things they like. Each one, however, likes only one thing. They want to share 4 new stickers so that each one of them gets a sticker that fits their collection. So there are a few conditions which are given here. So the first condition is Ajay does not like cars but loves snacks. Okay. Divya does not like flowers. Ram exchanged his car sticker with Divya. You have to just keep these conditions at the back of your mind for now. Sima is an animal lover. And you can see that these are the stickers which are shown here. So flower, dog, burger and car. So the question is, which stickers will Ajay, Divya, Ram and Sima finally get? right? So what you have to do now is check for each particular option and see if that option matches these particular rules. These are nothing but rules. We have done another question with a hamburger, right? So in that also there were certain rules or conditions that were given to make the hamburger or to decide on the structure of the hamburger. Similarly here, these conditions are given as to the likings of these different people, Ajay, Divya, Ram and Sima. So you must check whether these options are satisfying all these likings of these people. Let us start with option A. If you see option A, it says Ajay dash car. That means Ajay gets the sticker of car. Now I can see clearly that the first condition says Ajay does not like cars but loves snacks. So if Ajay does not like cars, Ajay cannot get a car here, right? Which shows that Ajay has a car here at option A. So naturally option A cannot be the answer. So first only I am removing option A as the right answer because Ajay is getting a car whereas the condition says that he does not like cars. So I don't have to check for the others actually because one of the person is not getting his sticker which he is liking, right? Come to option B. Ajay gets a burger. So does Ajay like burger? Is burger a snack? Like here they are basically treating burger as a snack. So Ajay does not like cars but loves snack. Yes, so Ajay is getting a burger, satisfied. Let's go to Divya. Is Divya getting a car? Let's see. Here it says Divya does not like flowers. And on the next line he says Ram exchanged his car with Divya. So that means Divya has a car sticker. So this particular condition also is satisfied. Let's come to the third. Ram gets a flower. So if Ram gets a flower, that means Ram should have a flower. Let's try to find out if Ram has flower. See, Ram has exchanged his car sticker with Divya. Correct? Seema is an animal lover. Okay, so Ram also has a flower because he has exchanged it with Divya, right? Divya does not like flowers, so she gives flower to Ram. Ram gives his car sticker to Divya, and then Seema is left with the dog. And you can see that Seema is an animal lover. So that's the reason B is the right answer. So I have got the right option. You need not check the other options, but still, just for the sake of it, I will try to show you with the other option also. Let's see Ajay. Ajay gets a burger. Yes, this is fulfilled because he gets a snack here according to this. Divya has a flower. Now this particular thing does not match. Why? Because it is said that Ram has exchanged his car sticker with Divya. So if Divya has got Ram's car sticker, then Divya should not have a flower. So this is wrong. Let's come to option D. Ajay again getting a burger is right. Divya getting a car also is right. But if you see, Seema is an animal lover, but Ram is getting a dog. Correct? Is that possible? And Seema is getting a flower. See, Seema is an animal lover, so Seema should get a dog. So Seema is not getting a dog here. That's the reason this option D also is wrong. So the right answer is B. The right answer to this question number 4 is option B. Let's move on to the next question. That's question number 5. So I'll read the question. Seema plays with a robot that draws lines between the dots. She pushes arrow buttons to send the robot to the next dot. The robot starts on the dot with a circle on it or around it. This arrow sequence up, then this is diagonally down, then up, up, and go tells the robot to draw. Okay, so now if you see here, okay, this is a sequence that is given. If you see that the robot starts from here, correct, the next particular instruction is to go on top, so it is going top, then diagonally down, so it is coming down, then again down, and then if you see top and top, so top and top. So the pattern that is formed is up, down, down, sorry, let me go here. So it is up, down, again down, up and up. Something like this is formed. So this is like a sample design. Okay. Now comes the question. When Seema pushed the buttons in this sequence, so this is the sequence that is given, correct? What did the robot draw in this particular grid starting on the dot rounded with the circle? So now the robot has to start from this circle and it has to follow these instructions on top. What is the first instruction? First instruction is diagonally down. So you can see here there are four options. So you have to first, it would be a good idea to draw the pattern here itself and then see whether it matches with any one of the options. I will directly draw here diagonally down. So, and that to down towards the right, correct? So somewhere here, this is my first instruction is done. What is the second instruction? Again diagonally down. So again I am going down, correct? Then diagonally on top. Again I am going diagonally on top. So this is diagonally on top. Again diagonally on top. So again I am going diagonally on top. Then on top. So I'll go on top. Then diagonally on top towards the left. So I have to go like this, right? So I'll have to go here. Diagonally on top towards left. Then down. But how? Diagonally down towards left. So diagonally down towards left. Then diagonally up towards left, which is this. I'm just following the pattern, okay? Then diagonally down towards the left and then down. So if you see, this particular shape is getting formed in option D. So the right answer to this question is option D. I can also show you again if you have missed anything. So just give me a second. Let me just draw this again and show you. So diagonally down first. I am just following this particular direction as it is shown here. So first this direction, so I'll go down. Then again this same direction, so again down. Then on top like this, diagonally on top. Then again diagonally on top. Then straight on top. Then again diagonally towards left. Then down, then on top, diagonally on top towards left, then diagonally below towards left, and then down, something like this, correct? If you see, this is the shape that is formed, and this shape is nothing but option D. So the right answer to question number 5 is option D. You can try doing this, you will require some practice, but only thing you need to know is in which direction you have to trace. Alright, let's talk about question 6 now. Viewer Tina has a pile of photos taken in 2020, each with the exact date on it. She asks her friend Lena to sort the pictures by month into 12 albums. Tina is of course expecting the usual order. So you can see that the books are placed according to the names of the month. So usually we start from January, right? So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December, right? So 1 through 12, the books number 1 through 12 are named just in a chronological sequence of the months. Now, the twist in the question is, but it's a April Fool's Day, so Lina plays a prank and sorts the months alphabetically instead. So on top, if you see this particular row is arranged according to the names of the calendar months. But if you see down here, the books are placed according to alphabetical order. So naturally first April will come, then August will come, then December will come, right? So now the question here is, in which album will Tina find the pictures from June? Okay. So now this is a bit of a tricky question. The reason behind that is you should know how to give priority to alphabets in order to give the ranking to each and every month. So what I mean to say is, if you see here, April, August, then if you see after A, technically B should come, but there is no month which starts with the letter B. So naturally you go to December, correct? After December, okay, now which is the next letter that comes? A, B, C, D. In B and as well as in C, we will not find any months that start with those letters. So naturally we go to December, that is D. Now the next letter is E. Is there any month that starts with the name with the letter E? No, correct. So naturally we go to the next. So next letter is F. Is there any month that starts with letter F? Yes, it is February, right? So I can say this is February. I'll just write it as Feb over here so that you know it is February. After February, what is the next letter? F and then followed by G. Is there any month that starts with the letter G? The answer is no. Let's move ahead. H. Is there any month that starts with the letter H? No, there is no month which starts with the letter H. G, H, then go to the next letter which is I. Is there any month that starts with letter I? Absolutely not. There is no month which starts with the letter I. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Now comes the tricky part. We have the letter J now. And I know that there are 3 months that start with letter J. One is January, the second one is June, and the third one is July. Now, how are you going to write each month for numbers 5, 6, and 7 over here? So, the part is if I just write down Jan, that is January, I'll just write it here January, then you have June, and then you have July. So, if you see here, all these three starts with the letter J. So, how do I decide whether January goes first, June goes first, or July goes first? The simple answer to this question is go to the next letter. Check the second letter, which is coming alphabetically first. So you can naturally see that A is occurring in January, U is occurring in June, and again U is occurring in July. But I know that A always will be first. So I can naturally say that number 5 is January. Correct? This I can easily say because after J, the next alphabet that comes is A in January and A is before U. So I can take Jan over here as number 5th book. Now I have to decide between June and July. If you see the first letter as well as the second letter in case of June and July are the same, that is J and U, correct? So now we go to the third letter. The third letter will be the deciding factor. So now you see over here June, that is N, and July, that is L. So if you go to check A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, right? So here I get L and then I have M. That means July should come first. correct? So I'll write July over here. This is July. This is July. So naturally June will be over here. June will come last. That is the 7. So if you check over here, then option D gives me 7. That's the reason if Lina plays a prank and sorts the month in alphabetical order, then if I want to find June, or let's say if Tina wants to find pictures from June, she will have to go and check for the book 7. Correct? So the right answer to question 6 is option D, that is 7. Let's move on to the next question. So Beavers, Anna, Bella and Lena made necklaces according to their names. To represent each letter, they agreed on a way to thread beads with hearts and diamonds. You can see that a heart and a diamond is shown here. Also, they agreed to separate the letters in necklace with beads. Okay, so you can see that a pattern is shown here for Anna, and another pattern of hearts, diamonds and beads is shown for Bella. Correct? So the question is, which necklace did Lena make? Okay. Now what I'll do is, first I will take this particular design for Anna. You can see that it's written here that each and every letter in the necklace, okay, is separated by beads. So I can say that this star, this particular heart along with the diamond is one letter. And what is the first letter of Anna? It is A. So I can say that this is A. Similarly, after the bead, this is the second letter, correct? So this has to be N. Similarly, again after the bead, this again has to be N. And then at last, this should be A again, correct? So I know now from this particular pattern how A and N looks like, right? Let's go to Bella. If you see here, this entire pattern before the bit is nothing but B. Then if you see here, this heart alone is E. Then this heart and diamond is L. Sorry, this heart, diamond along with these two hearts is L. Again, heart, diamond along with two hearts is L. And finally, you have this heart and a diamond as A. So now what have I done by doing this is I have come to know how each and every letter appears in form of heart and diamond. Correct? So now the only thing I have to do is try to find out what the shape for Lena will be. So I know how L looks like. L is basically a heart followed by a diamond followed by two hearts. Correct? So this is L. What does E look like? If you see, E is a single heart. So something like this. What does N look like? N looks like N looks like a diamond along with a heart, and A appears like a heart with a diamond. Now if I separate this with beads, then this is what Lena should look like. Now just check which of the option out of A, B, C and D resembles this particular pattern. So if you go to C, can it be the first one? You see heart, diamond, heart, heart followed by a heart, then followed by a diamond heart, and then again followed by a heart and diamond. So if you go to see for question 7, option A is the right answer. Now we are lucky in this case that we could match the first option to our pattern. So we get the answer. But let's say the actual option was means this same pattern was appearing in option C, then you will have to check for the first two patterns and then come to the third to match it. So in this case we are lucky, so you don't have to check the other three. Okay, but it need not be the case that you will get the first option right every time. So you need to make a thorough check about the pattern and then come to the answer. The answer to this question 7 is option A. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 8. The little witch Luna discovers a hidden treasure cave. To get to the treasure, she needs to pass through a maze. Luna discovers 5 treasures, that is coins, a ruby, a magic book, a treasure box, sorry, and a magic potion. So these are the 5 treasures. She does not know which treasure she should choose. So she decides to follow these rules. The first rule is you have to go down as a priority. So going down is the first priority of Luna. When there is no way down, she will go right. When there is no way down or right, she will go left. And she will not turn back and fly up until she reaches the treasure. So I will again read the priorities. First is going down is always the priority. Okay. In any case, she has to try to go down first. When there is no way down, she will go right. When there is no way down or right, only then she will go left. And she will not turn back and fly up until she reaches the treasure. So these are the 5 treasures. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The question is which treasure, okay, she will get, right? Which treasure she will discover after following all these 4 rules. Now, let us check. Luna is starting from this point, right? And you can see a small down arrow here because that is the priority. So she will come down like this, right? Now, once she reaches at this point, she can either go left or she can go right. She cannot go down. Although going down is the first priority, since she cannot go down, she can either go left or she can go right. So the next condition is when there is no way down, she should go right. So naturally, since there is no way down here, she will go towards the right. Now, once she reaches here, she has a place to go down, correct? And we know that going down is the first priority. So she will first go down like this. Here there is a left, but going left is not the priority. Going down is the priority. So she will come here. Once she reaches here, now you can see that she cannot further go down, but she can go right. And you know that if there is no way down, you can go right. So she will go right. So she will keep on going right. Once she reaches here, she can either go on top or she can go down. But we know that going down is the priority. So she will again go down. Now, an interesting thing. She cannot go down, neither can she go right. So she has to go towards the left. So again she goes towards the left. Once she reaches here, once she reaches this point, once she reaches this point, she can again go down because going down is the priority, correct? Once she reaches here, she will again go down, she'll again go down. Now, once she reaches here, she does not have a place to go down or towards the right. So she will again go towards the left, and then from here she will go down. Once she goes down, she will get the treasure. Right? Once she goes down like this, she will get the treasure. And now, because she has found a treasure, she can now come back the same way she came in and then come out of here. So if you see, the option that we get here is for this fourth treasure. So which option has fourth treasure? So the right answer to this question is C. Okay. Okay. Coming to the next question, question number 9. Deepa is learning worldly painting. With the help of some cards, she wants to create the following picture. So you can see a picture of a woman holding something here. I hope you all can see the picture. So she has to follow step by step instructions shown on cards, but she dropped them and now they're all mixed up. So the cards are mixed up. So you have to put these cards back in proper order. So you can see that each and every card has been given an alphabet. Like this card is A, then this is B, then this is C, D, E, and F. So the question is you have to select the correct order. So, in which order should you place these cards so that at the end you get this type of a complete picture? Okay. So now if you look at the options closely, you can clearly say that this picture, okay, has to start with this card C first. Why is that? Because anytime when you draw something, right, let's say if I want to draw a person like this, very simple, right? This is how we used to draw it when actually we were in school. We used to draw a man like this in very simple ways, right? So if we do this, what is the first thing that you draw? It is the head, right? You never start from the legs. You first draw the head and then you draw the hands like this, and then finally you draw the legs. So if we use this logic, then we have to start from card number C. That card C, sorry. Correct? So if you see the option, automatically option 1 and option 4 are out because they are starting from D. So I don't even have to check 1 and 4. I know that the answer will be between 2 and 3. Now the question is, which is the right answer? Correct? So what I will do is I will give you some time to think about the answer. Try to come to a conclusion as to which option could be the right option for this. Right? Okay, so now let us see. Let's look at option 2. Right? What is the first one? First card is C, which we agree. Then comes E. Now if you see from C to E, what has changed? You can see that some bust has been added, right, to this. Below the head, some bust has been added. So C and E. If you go to the next one, C and E are ticked. If you go to B, you see that the hands are also added now. So now we are coming to the completion finally. Then comes A. In A, legs are also added here. Can you see? The legs are added to that particular shape. And then comes F. In F, you can see that something, some kind of a stick or something has been given in the hand of that lady. And then at the end, there is D. So you can see clearly that the entire shape with the stick is now complete in D. So now in this case we are lucky that the right answer is option 2 itself. So the sequence is C, E, B, A, F, D. Now if we check option 3, although we have got the right answer, let's check option 3 and see why it is wrong. First, card C comes. After that, card E comes. This is also correct. After that, A comes. Now you see, before drawing hands, hands and legs have been drawn here in A, correct? Whereas B has only hands. So which should come first, A or B? The answer is B should come first and A should come later. But in this case, A is first and then comes B. So 3 is wrong. So options 1, 3 and 4 are wrong. And hence option 2 we can say is the right option. And we have also checked that option 2 fits. So the right answer to question number 9 is option 2. Let's move to the next question, that is question number 10. Here are the instructions for making a sailor necklace using wavy white beads and solid blue beads. Every sailor necklace starts by placing one wavy bead, which is this, and one blue bead on a string in order as shown. The sailor necklace can then be made longer by either adding a blue bead to both ends. So if I want to increase the size of this particular necklace, I can either add two blue beads on each side, or I can add two wavy beads on the rightmost end of the string. So you can see I can increase by adding two blue beads on either side, or I can increase the length by adding two wavy beads on each side. So these actions can be done multiple times in order to build longer and longer necklaces. What is the question? The question is, which necklace below is not a sailor necklace? This is the question. I would like you to take some time to think about it and try to guess which option could be the right option. Please check out all the combinations of the blue beads and wavy beads in order to figure out which could be the probable option. Okay, I think you will have thought about the question for a while now. Now, the right answer to this particular questions appears to be D. Now, why is it D? The answer to this is, if I consider these two, okay, then they appear exactly like this, correct? Now I will apply the action B and W to this. If I apply action B, which is this action, I can see that there are two blue beads here on each side. So it is satisfying that, correct? So now this is my necklace. Now if you see towards the right of this necklace, there is a blue bead and then there are three wavy beads. Is it following any one of the action? Is there are there any two beads on both the sides of the string? No. Are there two consecutive wavy beads on the rightmost side of the string? Of only this string I am saying. Is it following action B or action W? No, it is not. And hence this is not a sailor necklace. Right? This is not a sailor necklace. And that's the reason why option D is the answer. If you check, okay, one by one, all of these particular necklaces, then you will see that all of them are following action A and action W rules. For example, let's take A. If I consider this part, then there are two blue beads on each side, so action B is satisfied. Then on the side of this necklace, there are two wavy beads, so this is action W. If I now consider this entire necklace, then on the rightmost side again there are two wavy. So this is a seller's necklace. This also is a seller's necklace. The third option is also a seller's necklace. So that's the reason why option D is the right answer to question number 10. If you all want to know any more information about Bebras India, you can always visit their website as shown in the slide. So www.bebras.in is the official website. You can also try out certain practice challenges, okay, on the given link, that is bebras.cspatshala.org. Now, what are these practice challenges? Like, let's say now we have discussed around 10 questions, right? So you get a broad idea of how the questions look like. You can go on this particular website and you will see that there is a practice paper, okay, on which you can try out different problems. It is just so that you get a hang of, the type of questions that can appear for the actual challenge. So you can always try the practice challenge on the given website. We will also provide you with a Google form, okay, and it's very important. You need to fill your details in that Google form, and the link towards that Google form will be provided either in the chat box, or you will also be able to perhaps find it in the description. All right. With the completion of question number 10, we come to the conclusion of day 1 session for the Bootcamp on Computational Thinking 2024. Hope you found the content interesting and informative. All the best and have a nice day. Thank you.